What's going on, Workforce? Brian here, and in today's video we're talking about Final Fantasy XIV FanFest 2019 in Paris edition. And before we go and basically take a predictions video and really make it a what we want to see from Final Fantasy FanFest 2019 video, we have a special announcement, and that is we're going to be live streaming the event and our reaction to it. And joining us this weekend should be a really fun and interesting show. RubiconVale, Ruby, from Gather Together podcast, and Chile from Moogle Go Round, and probably 1,000 other podcasts like She Heals I Tank, Phoenix Down Radio, and honestly I think the guy's been on every Final Fantasy XIV podcast to date. It's going to be joining us live for our live reactions. I think he doesn't have to get up early, but Ruby and I, we will, since actually we're both Texas guys. So we're going to be live reacting to the event, giving our thoughts and impressions about the announcements from the keynote and who knows what else. Later that day, if you guys aren't aware, we're going to be doing a podcast for Aether Radio. We've shifted that over at Gamer Escape to a weekly Final Fantasy XIV podcast, so also stay tuned to that. Those announcements out of the way, what do we want to see from Final Fantasy XIV FanFest in Paris 2019 edition, really diving into Shadowbringers. And it's obviously been several months since we've last seen any information about Shadowbringers, and I think it's really going to be quite exciting. Namely for me personally, obviously, I'd love to know what you guys think. I know the job and what jobs, and they're going to tease at what the possible second job might be for the expansion. I'm kind of not necessarily too concerned with that. Obviously, I've enjoyed the jobs that we have, and I know a lot of people are going to be excited about that, but I really want to know more about the New Game Plus. This system itself has me so confused. I really want them to clarify what that is, how it works, etc. Because I think one of the things that 14 has needed, and it's needed it for a long time, and even more present with the release of Blue Mage and any kind of content that exists in the open world, level sync. They talked about the world visit. We know that's coming. They've actually shared a lot of details on that, and that was announced at the North American FanFest. So I want to see more information on that. I also want to see more information on the trusts. I really want them to hopefully start to dive into it. Now, personally, beyond that, they're obviously going to summarize what they've already announced. I feel like they're sitting on just a mountain of information, and I'm hoping that we're going to see more systems introduced, or at least the announcement that they're refining these systems. So like I said, with the trust system, what's going on with the Chocobo Companion, what's going on with the squadrons, are all of these interconnected, or are these just three different systems that are going to exist? Are we going to see updates to free companies? What kind of quality of life or features are we going to see as it relates to this system? And and at the end of the day, that I'm actually really more interested in what kind of content we're playing, where the story is going to take us, but obviously I don't want them to spoil anything about the story. Coming off of 4.5, I am really excited to see where it's going to go, but the keynote itself is going to and should only focus in on Shadowbringers. So beyond the recap that they're going to obviously give us and say, hey, this is what's happening, I'm hoping that we're going to see obviously an announcement of what the collector's edition is going to entail. I'm sure we're going to see the boxing of that, like they did that last time. And I think we're obviously going to see the release date. I think they're going to tease it like Yoshi P teased the Blue Mage at North American FanFest. I'm betting that we're going to see in Paris the CEO come out and force Yoshi P to reveal the date that it's going to release, because they said obviously early summer. Now, just like before, I think we're going to see way more of the trailer. I think now that we've seen where the story is going, they're going to show off way more of what the trailer entails, and we're going to get an idea about what it means to be the Warrior of Darkness. And I'm hoping they start to clarify what that means as it relates to Zodiark, because I think, honestly, I hope that they're going to announce from the raid perspective, the 8-man raid. I mean, I guess they could do it as a 24-man raid if Zodiark is that big, or if it's Heidelin for that matter, who the heck knows. That we'll see it play out in that way, that the story is going to lead into the raid or raids, so to speak. That's what I'm actually really wanting. I really want to see how it all kind of comes together and connects. It's not a dig on Omega. I thought Omega was a great sense of fan service to the community, but I want to see more of what we got with Return to Ivalice brought into the story itself, and how they they concluded Return of Ivalice, how it felt like it was so connected with the world of Heidelin. I was really blown away by that, and that actually makes me want to see more. in the long run. As far as jobs go, obviously, I think they're going to clarify and show us off what this gun blade, hopefully tank maybe? I'm kind of conflicted is. I'm hoping they're also going to talk more about some of the battle system changes and bringing in some, I think, radical in the sense of the current system, but not radical in the sense of how it relates to Final Fantasy in the long run. So that's kind of where I'm kind of going with that there. At the core of it, I think it's going to be pretty daggum exciting. I think that they've only just kind of scratched the surface because a lot of also North American FanFest ended up focusing in on Blue Mage and a lot of that conversation. I'm thinking and hoping, oh God, if they announced another limited job, my mind would just go boom. And I know the limited job system really kind of splits the community one way or the other. Like you're very for it or you're against it, but being able to do that would be epic in my mind. Okay, so I think obviously we're going to see the tease. I'm really thinking that we're going to see Dancer. I've been kind of calling it for a long time. If they do a Geomancer, that's going to be a shocker to me. I know that when we put our 5.0 predictions video just last year, like people were like, no, it's Geo, it's Geo. And it's like, I'm honestly feeling it pretty strong that we're going to see what we see with it. Other than that, other than the release date, other than kind of teasing off the rates, they aren't going to show off more than that. The question is what kind of content. I think we're obviously going to show off the Viera in-game now that it's been revealed as a part 4.5. But we haven't seen what the males look like, and that's going to be truly exciting, and I think they're going to dive into that. I don't know if they're going to save all of the stage time for those reveals, or if it's going to be announcement after announcement after announcement. I'm hoping for lots of announcements back to back to back, but that's just me as it relates to it. Guys, those are, I mean, what I want to see. Obviously, I would love to see more jobs and more raids and more of that. But beyond, I guess the idea of like what we're used to getting, the question remains for me is, are we going to see an expansion to Eureka? How is that going to play out in the new zones? What, if anything, are they kind of changing to the existing model? I'm hoping they are going to be able to answer all of that and more and provide obviously some examples of how it's going to work in game. The more stuff they can show us about the game, especially Shadowbringers, I think that's going to really kind of serve the community real well going into obviously the future. Like, why should you invest in the next 6 months up to the release of it? What should you be doing now? I'm hoping that we can start to get some clarifications again. But what is this new game plus and where is my level sync? I think are the two things I'm hoping that we get to see there. Guys, lots of excitement, lots of things building up. Again, like I said, we're going to be live this Saturday morning, bright and early. If you want to come hang out, if you're having a sleepless night, if you're in the United States, or if you're in another speaking country, you should be well and welcome to hang out. So again, it's 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be pretty early, and they've got lots of content lined up all weekend. Weekend long. So it's going to be a pretty epic Final Fantasy XIV weekend. I hope you come and join us. I hope you let you know your thoughts. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're expecting, what you're hoping for. Dancer versus Geomage. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know. Let's have that conversation. But for Work to Game, my name's Brian. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a phenomenal day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Hey guys, it's me, Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you're new here, we hope you hit that subscribe button. Check us out. We talk a lot about video games, and we hope to at least hear from you in the comments below. We also try to respond to our comments. We really appreciate the comments, the discussion, all the various points of view that everybody is so kindly, I guess, and politely or impolitely shares with us from time to time. So anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching this video. We hope you hit that like button. We hope you hit that subscribe button. Come back for more content each and every day. We post a lot around here, and we'd love to hear from you about what you like about video games and everything, and especially if you have any questions that you're stuck on in anything. So anyway, signing off. See you next time.